Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our class to Organization and Management of Educational Institution. By the way, before anything else, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Mr. John Paul Arellano. I am your discussant for this afternoon. And also, good afternoon also to our energetic and motivated Professor Dr. Cyril F. Flores. Greetings and welcome to this comprehensive report. Detailed exploration and analysis of in our subject about the organization and management of educational institution. In these pages that follows, we embark on a journey to delve into a various facet and intricacy surrounding in our subject. This report serves as a testament to our commitment to transparency, accountability, and the pursuit of excellence in our masteral journey. This report is not merely a compilation of fact and figure. It is a narrative that unfolds to illuminate the nuances and dynamic inherent in our subject. It is a testament to our dedication to informed decision making, continuous improvement, and the dissemination of knowledge. We invite you to join in our intellectual journey, exploring the depth of in our subject and gaining the deeper understanding of its significance in our graduate school at University of Caloocan City. Your engagement and truthful consideration of the insight presented herein are integral to the ongoing dialogue. Thank you for the privilege of your time and attention. Let us embark on this voyage of exploration and discovery together. Okay, so our topic for this afternoon is about the community of inquiry. If you don't mind, this will be the continuation of our topic about the framework for curriculum development. Establishing a learning community that is effective and motivating. Meaning to say, establishing an effective and motivating learning community often associated with the community of inquiry framework involved fostering the three key elements, which is the cognitive presence, social presence, and the teaching presence. When we say the cognitive presence, it is referring to the engaging student intellectually, and also the second one is the social presence, meaning building a sense of a community. And last but not the least is the teaching presence or the instruction guidance. To achieve this, instructors should set clear objective, encourage interactive activity. We're going to provide feedback, actively engage with the student, promote the community building, remain flexible, and offer necessary resource pool. Implementing the community of inquiry framework enhances the quality of education by creating an environment that support both learning and student motivation. The importance of learning community. The community of inquiry framework recognizes the importance of interaction between the teaching, social, and cognitive presence in creating the positive and collaborative learning community. And also, originally, the framework was designed for the online learning environment, but it can also be applied to a blended and in-person courses. So meaning to say, if you don't mind, the importance of learning community as emphasized by the community of inquiry framework lies in their ability to enhance learning outcomes through active engagement, foster motivation and sense of belonging, adapt to the various learning environment, promote the critical skills, improve the retention and the completion rate, encourage the holistic development, and strengthening the instructor-student relationship. Learning communities are essential for creating a positive and collaborative educational experience in a variety of settings. The presence interact. In my topic, focuses on the concept of the presence interact. Within the context of the online or the technology mediated education, it involves the three essential components. So, which is the social presence, cognitive presence, and last but not the least is the teaching presence. Here an explanation of each component. Okay, for the social presence, meaning to say it is the ability to interact with the other in the meaningful way. Meaning to say, when we say a social presence, it refers to the ability of participants in an online learning environment to interact with one another in a meaningful and authentic way. How it is important. It is important, the social presence is crucial for creating a sense of community and the connection among the learners. It helps the student feels engaged and supported in their virtual learning experiences. Interaction in the discussion forum, group chat, or a video conference are example of how social presence is established. And then the second one is the cognitive presence. The extent to which participation can construct and confirm meaning through sustained communication. Meaning to say, for the cognitive presence, it assesses the extent to reach participant in an online or technology mediated courses, can construct and confirm the meaningful through sustained communication and reflection. How it is important to us. Cognitive present is at heart of the learning process. It involves the critical thinking, the problem solving, and the active engagement with the course content. It is about the student not only to understand the materials but also a processing and applying it. Okay? And last but not the least is the teaching presence. The design, facilitating, and direction of the cognitive and social processes for the meaningful learning. Meaning to say, for the teaching presence, it involves the design, facilitation, and the direction, both cognitive and social processes, to ensure the meaningful learning experiences. How it is important in an online or blended learning environment, effective teaching presence is essential to guide and support learners. Instructor play a pivotal role in instructing the course, setting objectives, and facilitating interactions. They are also responsible for creating a well-organized and engaging learning experiences. Okay? In summary, the Presence Interact is a framework that knowledge the importance of the three presence in the context of the online technology media state education. Okay, and then next one is, and if one is missing in the presence interact, the learning suffers. In the context of the online or the technology mediated education, the presence interact framework emphasize the interdependence of the uh, three key presence, which is the social presence, cognitive presence, and the teaching presence. The absence or weakness of any one of these presence can have detrimental effect on the learning experience. Without social presence, students may feel isolated and disengaged, while the absence of the cognitive presence can hinder meaningful learning and the critical thinking. Teaching presence is the essential for guiding students effectively. Therefore, to ensure the effective and engaging learning, it is crucial maintain a balance, a strong presence, interaction that integrate all three presence. Okay? It is divided into three. Number one, no social presence. Okay? A student may interact with content and the instructor, but they will not have emotionally, cognitive, or motivational support that comes from working with others. Meaning to say, the highlight or if no social presence, highlight the importance of the social aspect in the learning social environment, particularly in the online or a technology mediated education. When there is no social presence, it means that the student are primary interacting with the course content and the instructor, but they lack the emotional, cognitive, and motivational support that typically arises from collaborating and engaging with their peers. And then, second one is no cognitive presence, meaning there may be friendly but minimal learning. Okay? If you don't mind, the concept of no cognitive presence refers to a situation in which individuals engage in an educational and learning environment but do not exhibit the necessary cognitive engagement, participation, or presence required for effective learning. In this scenario, learners may physically or virtually be present in a learning environment, but they lack the active mental involvement necessarily for the meaningful learning to occur. This absence of cognitive presence can result in minimal learning outcome, even if the learning environment is friendly or conducive to learning. The third one is no teaching no teaching presence. Students may learn and support each other of inefficiently without the guidance or the direction of an expert. Okay, meaning to say, the concept of no teaching presence pertains to a scenario in which learning environment lacks active guidance, direction, or involvement from an expert or a teacher. In this context, the students are left to learn and support each other without direct input or a leadership from an instructor or a facilitator. While peer interaction, the self-directed learning can have benefits. The absence of learning presence can sometimes lead to inefficient or less effective learning experiences. Creating a community of inquiry. Creating social presence, students apply skill of communication, collaboration, and expression. Meaning to say, creating social presence in education involves fostering an environment where students can effectively communicate, collaborative, and express themselves. This contributes to their sense of connection and engagement. Strategies include facilitating meaningful communication, promoting collaboration, and allowing students to express their idea and experiences. Encouraging active participation, diversity, and inclusivity, as well as using technology tools and feedback mechanism can help build a strong social presence that enhance the learning experience. Okay, the second one is the creating cognitive presence. Develop and understand course content, build the skills of critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, and self-regulation. Okay? What does it mean? Creating a cognitive presence in education involves fostering an environment where the student deeply understand course content and develop critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, and self-regulation skills. Strategies include using thought-provoking question, connecting content to real-world application, incorporating a problem-based learning, encouraging peer review, and providing clear guidelines. This help the student become active and engaged learners, capable of applying their knowledge and thinking critically about the complex issue. And number three, creating a teaching presence. Okay, strategically design and organize the course, meaningfully deliver the content and materials. Creating a teaching presence in education involved the strategic design and educational organization of the course and the meaningful delivery of the content and materials. Instructions or instructors set clear learning objective, design a logical curriculum, employ engaging instructional method, provide timely feedback, ensure accessibility, maintain an active instructor presence, and remain adaptable. This strategy helps guide the learning process and enhance the overall educational experience for the student. Okay, next slide is improve your learning community. Okay, review your courses and determine what the learning community looks like in your classroom. Remember to keep this factor in mind to successfully build a positive and supportive learning community. What does it mean? Meaning to say, to improve your learning community in the classroom, you should focus on the several key factors. Start with a clear learning objective and foster an inclusive environment that welcome all the students, effective communication and collaboration, as well as providing constructive feedback are crucial. Utilize engaging teaching method and maintain an active instructor presence, encourage critical thinking, offers time management support, and integrate community building activities. Be flexible in your approach, continuously evaluate the learning community, and adapt as needed. A positive and supportive learning community enhance the student engagement and learning outcome. Okay, the next slide is about the using a success criteria to spark motivation in your student. Okay, what are success criteria? Success criteria help the students know what success look like. When the students know this, they are more likely to plan and predict, set goal, and acquired a stronger sense of how to judge their own progress. It also makes learning visible to the teacher and the student. Okay? What doesn't mean? Meaning to say, success criteria are the specific and measurable benchmark that define what success looks like in the learning task. They provide clarity, enable goal setting, and promote self-assessment for the student. For the teacher, success criteria make learning visible, facilitate effective feedback, and aid in understanding individual student progress. Success criteria also boost motivation, transparency, and effective communication of expectations in the learning process. They are valuable tools for the enhancing the student engagement and learning outcome. What are success criteria? Success orientation help the students know what success looks like. When the student know this, they are more likely to plan and predict, set goal, and acquire a stronger sense of how to judge their own progress. It also makes learning visible to the teacher and the student. What doesn't mean? Meaning to say, success criteria are specific and measurable guidelines or a benchmark that define what success means in a particular learning task, assignment, or a project. They serve as a clear and a transparent expectation, allowing both the student and teachers to understand what it takes to achieve a successful outcome in their educational endeavor. Overall, success criteria play a pivotal role in fostering more effective and engaged learning environment. They provide a roadmap for success, empower process visible to both educators and students. By incorporating success criteria into our teaching practices and assignments, educators can help students better navigate their learning journey and strive meaningful educational outcomes. Why success Why are success criteria effective? Okay? It provides students with clear, specific, and attainable goal that can spark motivation, and also the more explicitly and precisely they can see the goal, the more motivated they will likely to be met that goal. Okay, what doesn't mean? So meaning to say, success criteria are effective for a several reasons. Primarily because they provide students with clear, specific, and attainable goal that can significantly boost their own motivation and engagement in the learning process. In summary, success criteria are effective in education because they can provide students with clear, specific, and attainable goals that are motivating and empower the student to take ownership of their learning. By knowing precisely what they need to achieve, students are better equipped to track their progress, make improvements, and experience a sense of accomplish as they work toward this goal. Success criteria enhance the overall learning experience, making it more engaging and effective for the student. What is an example of a success criteria? For the number one example, success criteria does include I can statement that focus on the future success level. Example, I can use correct grammar so my reader can read my writing. Okay, the second example, success criteria can be a statement of what has been learned. Okay, example, my response explains the main idea and then has evidence from the text that support the main idea. Okay, those are the different example for the a success criteria. Okay, the last one is success criteria. Success criteria uh, can also include the rubric or the teacher's student co-constructed rubric. The rubrics need to be written with the descriptive and strong language so the student can monitor their own learning. Okay, so meaning to say, a success learning which can include the rubrics or a co-constructed rubrics are essential tools in education for helping the student understand what is expected of them in the learning task. Overall, success criteria including well constructed rubric play a vital role in helping the student take control of their learning. They provide clarity, motivate students, promote and self-monitoring, and support improvement. When rubrics are written with the descriptive and strong language, students can more effectively assess their own work and make informed decision making about how met the expectation, ultimately enhancing their learning experiences. Okay, that's all for my presentation about the community inquiry. Okay, okay, that's all. Thank you very much for your listening, and I hope you have learned a lot for this afternoon. Again, this is my name is Mr. John Paul Arellano, your discussant for this afternoon. Thank you very much and have a good day and God bless us all.